Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the National Archives of the United States and to the 21st Annual American Veterans Center Conference. Our mission at the American Veterans Center is to preserve the legacy of valor, service, and sacrifice of our veterans, and to pass that legacy on to today's and future generations. We build for the future by honoring the past. Education is a central focus of our efforts, and that is why we are so delighted to welcome some 400 high school and college students over the next 2 days, including cadets and midshipmen from all of our military academies and from 10 colleges and universities throughout the nation to this week's conference. You young people present will have an opportunity to walk with history. You will hear from and meet veterans of iconic battles, including the attack on Pearl Harbor, the D-Day landings, Normandy, the Battle of the Bulge, and you will meet members of the legendary Tuskegee Airmen, the only Air Force ace pilot from the Vietnam War, and the last surviving member of the famed Doolittle Raiders. You will meet highly decorated veterans from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan, including 4 recipients of the Medal of Honor. You will hear from a former Secretary of Defense and one of America's leading generals and military strategists, General Jack Keane. Some of these speakers will be only a few years older than you. All have fought to preserve the freedoms that we enjoy today. When the great General Andrew Goodpaster used to keynote our conference, he would tell the young people in the audience that World War II was won largely by soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines not much older than they. And Ronald Reagan observed that freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction, and it is the challenge of today's young people to preserve freedom for themselves and for generations to come. I hope you incorporate that lesson over the next 2 days. Furthermore, I hope you will gain a greater understanding and appreciation for this exceptional country of ours, the United States of America, and its unique history and its founders and founding documents, many of which are housed in this building, and which I hope you will take the opportunity to view if you haven't seen them already. I hope you will grow to appreciate the fact that for all its faults, America remains the greatest country in the history of mankind. And finally, I hope you young people will draw strength and inspiration from the heroes that you will meet, and that you will resolve to be worthy of the great legacy that they are passing on to you. I want to express my deep gratitude to the United States Archives Foundation for serving as the sponsors and hosts for our conference. They do so as part of their mission, and it is no exaggeration to say that we could not do this conference without them. So welcome. I hope you have a great couple of days. We think we have a great program in store for you. Please do take advantage of the opportunity to see the exhibits here in the archives at lunch break and other free times that you might have. It's great to have you with us. And with that, I'm going to turn the proceedings over to our moderator, the Honorable D. Craig Horn. Craig and his lovely wife, Lorraine, have been friends of ours for 15 years or so, and they volunteer their time generously to help with this conference. We depend on volunteers. We couldn't do it otherwise. We don't have a big enough staff. But Craig is multi-talented and very busy. He's a member of the North Carolina Legislature, House of Representatives. He's chairman of 5 committees. He's also the co-chairman of the advisory board of the International Churchill Society, a retired Air Force colonel, and has a deep love for the United States, great patriot, a great friend of ours. Please welcome D. Craig Horn.
Good morning. Over the next 2 days, we're going to have an opportunity to walk with history. It's a unique opportunity for all of us in a very unique venue. We sit here in the now home of our founding documents, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of our United States. These are truly hallowed halls. It is most appropriate for us to move here to the National Archives this year as we celebrate service to our country, service to our fellow man, service to the world. Got a lot of schools, so before I begin, we're kind of curious about schools. Who's here Someone from each school, stand up, tell me what school you're from. Here we go.
Virginia Military Institute, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Westlake High School.
What is it?
Westlake High School.
All right.
Penn State University.
What school again?
Penn State.
Penn State.
Bowling Green State University in Ohio.
Bowling Green State.
United States Military Academy at West Point. Virginia Tech, sir.
University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Yes, sir.
Bethel University, sir.
Air Force Academy, sir.
And I think we've got some more coming throughout today. Thank you all. I'm looking up here, don't even see that.
Texas University College of Texas.
All right, College Station.
Cotton Life School.
Great, thank you very much, sir.
University of Ohio.
Okay, who else? Any more?
Naval Academy.
United States Naval Academy. And no zoomies here?
Give over here. Far left.
Oh, okay, great. Well, given the fact that we've got a couple of Air Force veterans up here, we had to have a zooming. No question about that. Before we begin, we also need to acknowledge those that are paying the bill. The Northrop Grumman Corporation, the Military Order of Purple Heart, ANON, American Airlines, Boeing Company, CACI. How am I supposed to pronounce that?
You're right, that's correct.
Just CACI?
But yes,
Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, Dodge Jones Foundation, the Independence Fund, Maglite Flashlights, Moet and Hennessy. Oh, Saturday night with the Hennessy. Good job. And Mr. Robert Agostinelli. Veterans Home Loans, and a list of others are in your program. Please thank when you run across any of our sponsors, thank them. We depend on those folks, and we're very appreciative.